Act 4 of the Basset-Table by Susanna Centlivre. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Act 4. Enter Lord Worthy and Sir James.
Well, my lord, I have left my cards in the hand of a friend to hear what you have to say to me. Love, I'm sure, is the text. Therefore, divide and subdivide as quick as you can.
Couldst thou infuse into me thy temper, Sir James, I should have thy reason too. But I am born to love this fickle, faithless fair. What have I not essayed to raise her from my breast? But all in vain. I must have her, or I must not live.
Nay, if you are so far gone, my lord, your distemper requires an able physician. What think you of Lovely's bringing a file of musketeers and carry her away, vi et armis?
That way might give her person to my arms. But where's the heart?
A trifle in competition with her body.
The heart's the gem that I prefer.
Say you so, my lord? I'll engage 3 parts of Europe will make that exchange with you.
That maxim would hold with me, perhaps in all but her. There, I must have both or none. Therefore instruct me, friend, thou who, negligent in love, keeps always on the level with the fair. What method shall I take to sound her soul's design? For though her carriage puts me on the rack when I behold that train of fools about her, yet my heart will plead in her excuse, and calm my anger spite of all efforts.
I have a plot, my lord, if you will comply with it.
Nothing of force?
Whate'er it be, you shall be witness of it. 'Twill either quench your flame, or kindle hers. I only will appear the guilty. But here's company. I'll tell you all within.
Enter Captain Firebrand and Mr Lovely, dressed like a tar.
I'll expect you.
Exit.
Ah, Captain, how sits the wind between you and your mistress, ah?
North and south, faith, but here's one sails full east, and without some unexpected tornado from the old man's coast, he makes his port, I warrant ye.
I wish I were at anchor once.
Why, thou art as errant a tar as if thou hadst made an East India voyage.
Ay, am I not, Sir James? But egad, I hope the old fellow understands nothing of navigation. If he does, I shall be at a loss for the terms.
Oh, no matter for terms. Look big, and bluster for your country. Describe the Vigo business. Public news will furnish you with that, and I'll engage the success.
Ay, let me alone. I'll bear up with Sir Richard, and thou shalt board his pinnace with consent, ne'er fear. Ho, here he comes, full sail.
Enter Sir Richard.
Sir Richard, I'm glad to see you. This is my kinsman, which I told you of. As soon as he landed, I brought him to kiss your hands.
I honour you. You are welcome.
I thank you, sir. I am not for compliments. 'Tis a land language. I understand it not. Courage, honesty, and plain dealing truth is the learning of our element. If you like that, I am for you.
Sir James, aside to Captain Firebrand.
The rogue does it to a miracle.
He's an improving spark, I find.
Like it, sir? Why, 'tis the only thing I do like. Hang compliments and court breeding. It serves only to make men a prey to one another, to encourage cowardice and ruin trade. No, sir, give me the man that dares meet death in dinner with the same appetite. One who rather than let in popery would let out his blood. To maintain such men I'd pay double custom. Nay, all my gain should go for their support.
The best well-wisher to his country of an Englishman I ever heard.
Oh, Sir Richard, I wish the nation were all of your mind. 'Twould give the soldiers and the sailors life. Captain, launch off a round lie or two.
And make us fight with heart and hand, my kinsman. I'll assure fits your principle to a hair. He hates the French so much he never fails to give them a broadside whenever he meets them, and has brought in more privateers this war than half the captains in the navy. He was the first man that boarded the French fleet at Vigo, and in Gibraltar business the gazetteer will inform you of the name of Captain Match.
Is this that Captain Match?
For want of a better, sir.
Sir, I shall be proud of being known to you.
And I, of being related to you, sir. I have a daughter, young and handsome, and I'll give her a portion shall make thee an admiral, boy. For a soul like thine is only fit to command a navy. What sayest thou? Art thou for a wife?
Sir James, aside.
So, 'tis done.
A prosperous gale, i' faith.
I don't know, Sir Richard. Mayhap a woman may not like me. I am rough and storm-like in my temper, unacquainted with the effeminacy of courts. I was born upon the sea, and since I can remember never lived 2 months on shore. If I marry, my wife must go aboard, I promise you that.
Aboard, man? Why, she shall go to the Indies with thee. Oh, such a son-in-law! How shall I be blessed in my posterity! Now do I foresee the greatness of my grandchildren. The sons of this man shall in the ages to come make France a tributary nation.
Once in an engagement, sir, as I was giving orders to my men, comes a ball and took off a fellow's head, and struck it full in my teeth. I whipped it up, clapped it into a gun, and shot it at the enemy again.
Without the least concern.
Concern, sir? Ha, ha! If it had been my own head, I would have done the like.
Prodigious effect of courage. Captain, I'll fetch my girl, and be here again in an instant. What an honour will it be to have such a son!
Exit.
Ha, 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 ha! You outdo your master.
The old knight's transported.
I wish it was over. I'm all in a sweat. Here he comes again.
Enter Sir Richard and Valeria.
I'll hear none of your excuses, Captain. Your hand. There, take her, and these gentlemen shall be witnesses, if they please, to this paper wherein I give her my whole estate when I die, and 20,000 pounds down upon the nail. I care not whether my boy be worth a groat. Give me but grandsons, and I'm rich enough.
Generously said, i' faith. Much good may do him with her.
I'll do my endeavour, father, I promise you.
I wish you joy, Captain, and you, madam.
That's impossible. Can I have joy in a species so very different from my own? Oh, my dear Lovely, we were only formed for one another. Thy dear inquiring soul is more to me than all these useless lumps of animated clay. Duty compels my hand, but my heart is subject only to my mind. The strength of that they cannot conquer. No, with the resolution of the great unparalleled Epictetus, I here protest my will shall never assent to any but my Lovely.
You and your will may philosophize as long as you please, mistress, but your body shall be taught another doctrine. It shall so. your mind and your soul quota. Why, what a pox has my estate to do with them, ah? 'Tis the flesh housewife that must raise heirs, and supporters of my name. And since I knew the getting of the estate, 'tis fit I should dispose of it, and therefore no more excuses. This is your husband, do you see? Take my word for it.
The outward empty form of marriage take, but all beyond I keep for Lovely's sake. Thus on the ground forever fix my eyes. All sights but Lovely shall their balls despise.
Come, Captain, my chaplain is within. He shall do the business this minute.
Aside.
If I don't use the authority of a father, this baggage will make me lose such a son-in-law that the city's wealth can't purchase me his fellow.
Thanks, dear invention, for this timely aid. The bait's gone down. He's by himself betrayed. Thus still where arts both true and honest fail, deceitful wit and policy prevail.
To death or anything, 'tis all alike to me.
Exit come Valeria.
Get you in, I say. Get you in. In my conscience, my niece has spoiled her already, but I'll have her married this moment. Captain, you have bound me ever to you by this match. Command me in my house forever. But shall I not have your company, gentlemen, to be witnesses of this knot, this joyful knot?
Yes, faith, Sir Richard, I have too much respect for my kinsman to leave him till I see him safe in harbour. I'll wait on you presently.
I am engaged in the next room at play, I beg your pardon, Sir Richard, for an hour. I'll bring the whole company to congratulate the bride and bridegroom.
Bride and bridegroom, congratulate me, man. Methinks I already see my race recorded amongst the foremost heroes of my nation. Boys, all boys, and all sailors. They shall the pride of France and Spain pull down, and add their Indies to our English crown.
Exit.
Never was a man so bigoted before. How will this end when he discovers the cheat? Won't you make one with the ladies, Captain?
I don't care if I do venture a piece or two. I'll but dispatch a little business and meet you at the table, Sir James.
Enter Lady Lucy.
Ah, Lady Lucy, is your ladyship reconciled to Basset yet? Will you give me leave to lose this purse to you, madam?
I thank fortune I neither wish nor need it, Sir James. I presume the next room is furnished with avarice enough to serve you in that affair, if it is a burthen to you, or Mrs. Sago's ill luck may give you an opportunity of returning some of the obligations you lie under.
Your sex, madam, extorts a duty from ours, and a well-bred man can no more refuse his money to a lady than a sword to his friend.
That superfluity of good manners, Sir James, would do better converted into charity. This town abounds with objects. Would it not leave a more glorious fame behind you to be the founder of some pious work, when all the poor, at mention of your name, shall bless your memory, than that posterity should say you wasted your estate on cards and women?
Sir James, aside.
'Tis pity she were not a man, she preaches so emphatically. Faith, madam, you have a very good notion, but something too early. When I am old, I may put your principles in practice, but youth for pleasure was designed.
The truest pleasure must consist in doing good, which cannot be in gaming.
Everything is good in its kind, madam. Cards are harmless bits of paper, dice insipid bones, and women made for men.
Right, Sir James, but all these things may be perverted. Cards are harmless bits of paper in themselves, yet through them what mischiefs have been done, what orphans wronged, what tradesmen ruined, what coaches and equipage dismissed for them.
But then, how many fine coaches and equipages have they set up, madam?
Is it more honourable for that? How many misses keep coaches too? Which arrogance, in my opinion, only makes them more eminently scandalous.
Oh, those are such as have a mind to be damned in this state, madam. But I hope your ladyship doesn't rank them amongst us gamesters.
They are inseparable, Sir James. Madam's grandeur must be upheld, though the baker and butcher shut up shop.
Oh, your ladyship wrongs us middling gentlemen there. To ruin tradesmen is the quality's prerogative only, and none beneath a lord can pretend to do it with an honourable air.
Their example sways the meaner sort. I grieve to think that fortune should exalt such vain, such vicious souls, whilst virtue's clothed in rags.
Ah, faith, she'd make but a scurvy figure at court, madam. The statesmen and politicians would suppress her quickly. But whilst she remains in your breast, she's safe, and makes us all in love with that fair covering.
Oh, fie, fie, Sir James, you could not love one that hates your chief diversion.
I should hate it too, madam, on some terms that I could name.
What would make that conversion, pray?
Your heart.
Lady Lucy, aside.
I could pay that price, but dare not venture upon one so wild. First let me see the fruit, ere I take a lease of the garden, Sir James.
Oh, madam, the best way is to secure the ground, and then you may manure and cultivate it as you please.
That's a certain trouble and uncertain profit, and in this affair I prefer the theory before the practice. But I detain you from the table, Sir James. You are wanted to tally. Your servant.
Exit.
Nay, if you leave me, madam, the devil will tempt me. She's gone, and now can't I shake off the thought of 7 wins, 8 loses. For the blood of me, and all this grave advice of hers is lost. Faith, though I do love her above the rest of her sex, she's an exact model with what all women ought to be. And yet your merry little coquettish tits are very diverting. Well, now for Basset. Let me see, what money have I about me? About 100 guineas, half of which will set the ladies to cheating. False parolees in abundance. Each trifling toy would tempt in times of old. Now nothing melts a woman's heart like gold. Some bargains drive, some more nice than they, who'd have you think they scorn to kiss for pay. To purchase them you must lose deep at play. With several women, several ways prevail, but gold's a certain way that cannot fail.
Exit. The scene draws, and discovers Lady Reveller, Mrs. Sygo, and several gentlemen and ladies around a table at Basset. Enter Sir James.
Oh, Sir James, are you come? We want you to tally for us.
What luck, ladies?
I have only won a sept and lever.
And I have lost a trond and lever. My ill fortune has not forsook me yet, I see.
I go a guinea upon that card.
You lose that card.
I mass Sir James's card double.
7 wins and 5 loses. You have lost it, madam.
Again! Sure never was woman so unlucky.
Knave wins and 10 loses. You have won, Sir James.
Clean cards here.
Burn this book. 'Has an unlucky air.
Tears them.
Bring some more books.
Enter Captain Firebrand.
Oh, Captain! Here, set a chair. Come, Captain. You shall sit by me.
Aside.
Now, if we can but strip this tar.
With all my heart, madam. Come, what do you play? Gold? That's something high, though. Well, a guinea upon this honest knave of clubs.
You lose it for a guinea more.
Done, madam.
The 5 wins and the knave loses.
You have lost it, Captain.
The knave wins for 2 guineas more, madam.
Done, Sir James.
6 wins, knave loses.
Oh, the devil I've faced! I had rather have lost all.
9 wins, queen loses. You have won.
I'll make a parole. I mass as much more. Your card loses, Sir James, for 2 guineas. Yours, Captain, loses for a guinea more.
4 wins, 9 loses. You have lost, madame.
Oh, I could tear my flesh as I tear these cards. Confusion! I can never win above a wretched parole, for if I push to set and lever, 'tis gone.
Walks about disorderly.
Ace wins, knave loses.
Sink the knave. I'll set no more on't.
Fact again. What's the meaning of this ill luck tonight? Bring me a book of hearts. I'll try if they are more successful, that on the queen. Yours and your card loses.
Bring me a fresh book. Bring me another book. Bring me all diamonds.
Looks upon them one by one, then throws them over her shoulders. Lady Reveller, aside.
That can never be lucky. The name of jewels don't become a citizen's wife.
King wins, the tray loses.
You have great luck tonight, Mr. Sharper.
So I have, Sir James. I have won Seneca every time.
Lady Reveller, aside.
But if he has got the knack of winning thus, he shall sharp no more here, I promise him.
I mass that.
Sir James, pray you tally.
With all my heart, madam.
Takes the cards and shuffles them.
Pray give me the cards, sir.
Takes them and shuffles them and gives them to him again.
I set that.
I set 5 guineas upon this card, Sir James.
Done, madam. 5 wins, 6 loses.
I set that.
5 don't go, and 7 loses.
I mass double.
I'll mass that.
3 wins, 6 loses.
I mass double, and that. Oh, you malicious stars! Again.
8 wins, 7 loses.
So this Trent and Lever make some amends. Adspud, I hate cheating. What's that false cock made for now? Ha, madam?
Nay, Mrs. Sago, if you begin to play foul.
Rude brute to take notice of the sleight of hand in our sex. I protest he wrongs me, madam. There's the denier stake, and I'll set it all. Now fortune favour me, or this moment is my last.
There's the last of £50. What's the meaning of this?
Now for my plot. Her stock is low, I perceive.
Slips a purse of gold into the furbelows of Lady Reveller's apron.
I never had such ill luck. I must fetch more money.
Discovers a purse in the furbelows of her apron.
Huh? From whence came this? This is the genteelest piece of gallantry. The action is Sir Harry's. I see by his eyes.
9 wins, 6 loses.
I'm ruined and undone forever. Oh, 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 to lose every card. Oh!
So there's one vessel sprung a leak, and I am almost ashore. If I go on at this rate, I shall make but a lame voyage on't, I doubt.
Deuce wins, king loses.
I mass again. I mass double. I mass again. Now the devil blow my head off if ever I saw cards run so, damn 'em.
Tears the cards and stamps on 'em.
Fie, Captain, this concern among the ladies is indecent.
Damn the ladies! Mayn't I swear or tear my cards if I please? I'm sure I have paid for them. Pray count the cards. I believe there's a false tally.
Sir James counts 'em.
No, they are right, sir.
Not to turn one card. Oh!
Stamps up and down.
Madam, if you play no longer, pray don't disturb those that do. Come, courage, Captain. Sir James Gold was very lucky.
Aside.
Who could endure these men? Did they not lose their money?
Bring another book here. That upon 10, and I mass that.
Puts down a card and turns another.
King fact, 8 wins, 10 loses.
Fire and gunpowder.
Exit.
What, is the captain vanished in his own smoke? Come, I bet it will be you, Mr. Sharper. Your card loses.
Re-enter Captain Firebrand, pulling in a stranger, which he had fetched out of the street.
Sir, do you think it possible to lose a trunt and liver, a quinze liver, and a set liver, and never turn once?
No, sir, 'tis impossible.
Ounds you lie, I did, sir.
Laying his hand on his sword. All the women shriek and run off.
What the devil had I to do among these land rats? Zounds, to lose £40 for nothing, not so much as a wench for it. Ladies, quotha, a man had as good be acquainted with pickpockets.
Exit.
The captain has frightened the women out of their wits. Now, to keep my promise with my lord, though the thing has but an ill face, no matter. They join together to enslave us men, and why not we to conquer them again?
End of Act 4.